The outdoor fan motor has started, and the mini split air conditioner has started showing a P4 error code. And I am going to discuss the P4 error in this video in the Midea mini split air conditioner. Now this mini split air conditioner, after some time, has reset. You can see 17-degree temperature is now shown on the display. The P4 error is the compressor drive error. And how to rectify this P4 error code? The first thing to check is the voltages coming into your home. Whether they are 240 to 230 volts. If the voltages are low, below 180 volts, the motherboard will start, but the compressor will not start at that time. The indoor unit will keep working, but when it tries to start the compressor, P4 is shown. The other reason that the P4 error is shown is due to its outdoor fan motor. If the fan rotates slowly or does not rotate, the condenser will not cool properly. The complete load will transfer to a compressor drive circuit in the motherboard. The compressor will heat up. And its outdoor motherboard will sense, the compressor drive is not working fine. Hence the P4 error will be shown. Other than this, if the unit is being used for quite a while, and is not being cleaned or serviced. This outdoor condenser is completely clean right now. If the condenser is chocked with dust, because the condenser sucks air inside towards the fan, as the compressor and the motherboard will start to heat up. And it will show you the problem of the P4 error. These are the normal faults that could cause the P4 error. Other than this, the fault could be in the motherboard. Right now the fault is in the motherboard. One other thing, if the compressor also goes bad, still the P4 error will be shown. And I have already a video on how to test an inverter air conditioner compressor. That video will be linked at the end. Also, if the compressor pump gets jammed mechanically, still it will not work and show the P4 error. This is a connector used to join the motherboard wires with the compressor terminal. If any connector inside the compressor terminal disconnects, or if this connector due to any reason gets a loose connection, still the air conditioner will show a P4 error. Now I have removed the motherboard to tell you what could go bad inside it. The first fault could be this connector. If it gets a loose connection in the motherboard, or is disconnected, still the compressor will not work. This connector can be attached in reverse. After servicing the unit, if you attach it in reverse, means you have reversed the UVW terminals wires. You can see blue, black, and red are written with the motherboard connector. This type of connector is attached to the UVW connection, then it cannot be reversed. Now if the power factor correction circuit in the motherboard goes bad, then it can show the error. This is a toroid or reactor. If this goes bad, still the P4 error will be shown, as the current will not pass through it, and the current is very important to drive the compressor. If the capacitors get weak, because when the P4 error will be shown, the motherboard will keep working. All these things are included in the power factor correction. Now let's talk about the further faults in the motherboard. If the high side of the IPM is good and the low side of the IPM is faulty, because any one IGBT inside the IPM short circuit on the high side, then the motherboard will not power on. And in this situation, it will show an E1 error. If it's diode or IGBT short circuits, then still the motherboard does not operate. Quite a while back, I got this same motherboard where the U pin was not working fine. So this error can be shown. If all the pins short circuits, then this error will not be shown, because the motherboard will not work entirely. Now next, let me tell you the further problem in the motherboard. If the compressor drive goes bad, which means the IPM low side is bad. If the 15 volts are not available, or if the 5 volts are not available. If the IGBT driver goes bad. Other than this, a diode or a resistor short circuits. It could show the P4 error code. These three capacitors are biasing capacitors, meaning that the controlling voltages pass through them. The IC installed in the IPM is controlled by these capacitors. The IPM will not work if no voltages are present here. The IPM will seem fine on the high side pins, but will show the P4 error code. Now the need is to work on the low side pins of the IPM. If the high side pin is problematic on the IPM, it will show an E1 error, but in the case of low side pins, it will show a P4 error. Check the voltages on the IPM. If they are bad, then replace the IPM. And the motherboard will be fixed. Let me show you from the backside how many voltages each pin should have. 15 volts pass on this pin and this pin. The motherboard will not work if 15 volts are not passing through these pins. Check the voltages and search why the voltages are not passing. Then check why are the voltages not passing over here. And this motherboard can be fixed. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos and subscribe. It's free. Thank you.